Had a frightening experience the other day, right? This guy came up to me in the pub and he said, "Tom, there's a war." Which really frightened me. He was like, "Tom, there's a war in this country. There's a civil war. And I don't just mean that people are being polite. Joke of the year!" But Tom, there's a war. There's a civil war. And this war isn't like any war that's come before. Because this is a war on masculinity. Masculine man is being eroded. I had to resist the temptation to tell him that I thought he was being a pussy about the whole thing. But I did, and then he said, masculine man is being eroded. It's not like it used to be in the good old days, he told me. And he made a convincing argument, because he said in the good old days, all you had to do if you wanted to be a masculine man was sort of, work down a mine, fly a plane in the war, or fight a bear. Whereas now all of those things are done by computers. And so he said that modern man is being eroded. But that gave me hope, because I thought, if modern man is being eroded, that leaves a position for a new kind of masculine man, a new kind of modern man. And this kind of modern man is going to look a lot more like Tom Dransfield. And so I thought, yeah, I can do this, I can change the rules. Maybe the ship of masculinity is sinking, but we're all going to jump on board the Tom Dransfield-shaped life raft. And guess what? This time, it's not going to be women and children first, because the rules, they is changing. So I came up with some rules for modern man. You guys ready? Rule number 1. Men can now smell nice. This is the first rule. We don't have to smell like shit anymore. And now all of these wonderful perfumes that girls wear, that smell like sweets and flowers and things that are lovely and nice, men can now wear those too. Those are gender neutral. I'm sick of having to smell like wood. Rule number 2. The worth of a man will not be judged on the size of his muscles, or the cost of his car, but on the steaminess of his fan fiction. And rule number 3 is that men aren't going to be lazy anymore, because laziness is an epidemic. It's been throughout history, Even Isaac Newton was lazy, He was a man, skiving off work, sitting by a tree, and the greatest discovery of all mankind fell onto his head. Because laziness is popular throughout history. Even Winston Churchill couldn't be bothered to get off the beach in order to fight the Nazis. He thought, we'll fight them on the beach. We'll fight them after lunch. We'll fight them in the afternoon, said Winston Churchill. And so, I'm going to change the rules. Laziness is bad, but if I'm going to be the new face of modern man, I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about myself, right? I come from Brighton. And when people learn that I come from Brighton, they ask me a couple of things. Some of the things they ask me are, have you ever kissed a man? If that man keeps on talking, I am going to kiss him. He won't like it, but I will. That's how Brighton works. He literally hasn't noticed I could dive on him and kiss his face off. And I just might.